Our first topic of the day: Constantine director teases R-rated, scarier sequel in latest production update. We are closer than ever. That's right, guys. The Constantine sequel you never thought you'd see is happening. February 18th, 2025 marks the 20th anniversary of Constantine's theatrical debut. Debut. This is based on the Hellraiser comic series by Vertigo. The movie sees Keanu Reeves step into the role of DC Comics' favorite occult magic user, John Constantine. So the movie was a moderate box office hit and has grown a cult following, I'll say. Constantine 2 was announced in September 2022. So 3 years later, and they're pretty much confirming, oh, it's definitely happening. Director Francis Lawrence has spoken about the sequel and revealed that the movie is in active development. He says, I will say that we are closer than ever to a Constantine sequel, that there is an idea that Keanu and Akiva and I all really love, and that is being actively developed now. Okay, the frustrating thing is, he's basically saying there isn't a script yet. It's in development. And you know what else was in development for a long time? Blade. With Mahershala Ali. The first Constantine movie was, they were going for a PG-13 rating, but they didn't get it. And I'm kind of glad. Because having to cut some of those scenes to kind of appease a PG-13 rating would not have been worth it. This time around, they're not even bothering. They're like, nah, we're going to go full force, rated R, jumping right in. Now, why has it taken so long to even get to this point? So glad you asked. Apparently, there was multiple regime changes at Warner Brothers, which, you know what, I can attest. They've been reshifting a lot in the last few years at DC, and the DC characters being tossed around from person to person. Not to mention, there was like a rights issue, I believe. Like who owned the rights to the characters. So there was a tussle with that. NBC did make a series, which I had heard about it. I hadn't watched it, but I had heard about it. Yeah, okay. They made a series, one season. In 2014, there was one season of Constantine in 2014. It did not last. Oh, Harold Perrineau was in it. This must have been before From. He found his horror footing elsewhere. Good news is, Constantine 2 is in development. Bad news is, not sure how long it'll be before we see it, because the director has confirmed that he's going to first make the next Hunger Games movie, Sunrise of the Reaping, which already has a November 2026 release date. That's almost 2 years out. And that's before he even sits down to even like pen Constantine, produce it, write it, all that kind of stuff. So we may not even be looking at a Constantine sequel until 2028, which is basically 3 years from now. No story details are confirmed for the highly anticipated sequel, and aside from Keanu Reeves, no other actors from the original film are confirmed to return. I would love Rachel Weisz to return, but I'm just not sure how that would work with the story. It kind of depends on what they're trying to do. Apparently, Keanu Reeves had begged Warner Brothers on several occasions to do the sequel. Let's look at the numbers. It made $75 million at the domestic box office. The cost to make it was $100 million. That's less. However, worldwide release, the movie made $230 million and had strong DVD sales after the fact. Let me tell you, DVD sales really saved movies and was something that Hollywood could bank on. The studios could bank on. Like if it didn't do so great in theaters, the DVD sale market would help fluff those numbers up and make them make profit. They don't have DVD anymore. They don't make that. Streaming has killed that. Although I am working on collecting physical media again because I do not like what's happening in the digital realm where they want to remove titles that you already paid for. Nah. But aside from that, because there's not that cushioning anymore, studios who are already hesitant to take chances, even more so now, don't want to take chances, which is also why you see a lot of already established properties, reboots, remakes, and sequels. But by all accounts, this movie was profitable, and a sequel probably would have exceeded what the first one did. But it's taken 20 years to even get to the point where we're developing it now. Warner Brothers previously attempted to develop a Constantine television series for Max from producer J.J. Abrams as part of the DCEU. However, those plans were scrapped in favor of Constantine 2. Yes, I would rather have a Constantine 2 sequel with Keanu Reeves than a Constantine series with some other actor in place of his character. Some people argue that Keanu Reeves isn't that great an actor. I think his range is limited, but to say he's not a good actor is incorrect. He just doesn't have a lot of range. And if he's able to find a role that fits him, it works. John Wick worked because of what it was and who he is. It worked. The Matrix, Neo, it worked because of what was required for the role. Constantine, it worked. Spoiler alert, some of these characters die. I wonder if they're going to bring back Peter Stormare as Satan. He did a really good job. I don't know what that says about him, but nah, just playing. I haven't read the comics. Have you guys read the comics? Lately I've been itching to kind of get into more comics. I think Constantine is one I'm going to check out. I want to spread my wings and kind of check out some new media. Are you guys excited for this? Are you guys interested in this? Is this something that catches your eye? Are you like me and you're waiting for the sequel forever? All the red tape this movie has gone to just to get to this point. It could have been out. We could have been had our sequel. Honestly, they hadn't dragged their feet. We probably would be on the third one right now and have a trilogy. I'd go for a trilogy. All right, so if anyone had to return, who would I want to return? Depending on the story, I love Rachel Weisz and I would love to have her, but I feel like we need fresh meat. No, I'm just kidding. Like a fresh face, a new face, I would say, not fresh. I'm not saying age is a thing. A new face, a new character. Digimon, am I saying it right? Digimon Honsu? He can come back. Midnight, I liked him as Midnight. Shia LaBeouf's character was killed off, so that's a no. Peter Stormare as Satan, I'd like him to come back. Tilda Swinton as Gabriel, man, she killed it. Not sure if there's a place for her character in this one. I want new monsters, new opposing issues. So yeah, I think that's all the ones I would want to come back. Yep. I guess we have to patiently wait, guys, for Constantine to come out. Start the countdown. Hey guys, quick aside. If you like what you're seeing and you like what you're hearing, feel free to give the video a like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you can always be up to date on what's going on. And for those who don't know, I'm a writer, director, and producer with my own series, The Zombie Chronicles, which you can also check out on Amazon Prime or Tubi. And I am offering a screenwriting intro class March 1st. This is a class for beginning writers, those who want to write, or for experienced writers who need a refresher. We're going to be covering the basics of screenwriting, storytelling, characters, and dialogue. And it's going to be online, so you can access it from anywhere. And those looking for a way to help support further, you can check out my Patreon, NXG Global Productions, where I discuss more movie reviews, access to clips of my writers group recordings, first look at behind the scenes, shout outs on social media, posts, and more. I'm looking to grow the community and would love to have you be a part of it. Plug over.